boy.
That's perfect.
Welcome to Best There Is Games podcast. Jesus Christ, it's like well, there goes our cursing within like 5 seconds.
It's your own fault, though.
I'm irritable.
Why is Ernie irritable? Here's 5 minutes before the recording.
All of us.
Why don't you get this thing under control, Chief?
I just say he needs to pull his shit.
Yeah, we need to see you in the frame. Look at that.
Why? He's not in the frame.
Because
Declan's
already has chosen
he
to never
chooses
be.
not to be in the frame.
But
I skipped this filming.
well, it's always in my fucking face.
I don't care if your ass was always in my
I know.
face. I wouldn't want to shove something
the
up
minute
it.
my pants are sagging like this much, he's like, "Put up your pants, motherfucker." You can't say that shit when your ass crack hangs out 24/7. You cannot.
No,
Oh,
I
hit
can
me
you right now. It is.
I have no ass.
Doesn't matter. You have a crack.
You're trying to.
You
You have a crack.
You're trying to sag.
Look at my shit. It's fine. Look at it. You can't say nothing.
With the
It's
belt.
fine.
With the belt, you're trying to.
I don't
sag.
give a fuck if you have a belt. I don't give a fuck what you're wearing. Your ass hangs out all day. So shut the fuck up.
I have elastic on, first of all. So.
You don't got
It's
legs.
coming back, right?
So perfect for that time period where they were all upper body and no legs.
Yeah, she.
You know what? I think he should get suspenders. I think he can rock suspenders.
I think Ernie can rock suspenders.
100% you can rock
And
suspenders.
he would just one strap it like a thug.
Because then if you want to fuck some,
Damn, that was
You know
a lot of pent-up.
You know Yokozuna is just the title?
Yeah.
It just means the greatest wrestler in Japan.
We
The
all knew
greatest
that,
singer.
Dord.
We all knew that, nerd. What's your problem? Why are you in a bully mode?
I don't know. He was talking shit earlier. He's talking shit. I'm just talking shit.
just because you open your mouth and immediately shit comes out.
I'm good at it.
I gotta
Why
put it
not?
back in the
Good at
place.
it.
Why not do something you're
Are we
good
gonna do a
at?
podcast or are we just gonna?
Donnie's got to
Pull your
scoot
fucking
in.
pants up. I'm not good at it.
What the fuck kind of comment is that?
Well, yeah, if you think you're halfway, you should probably come in a little bit more.
I know, but I'm comfortable.
You can sit next to Declan.
No.
Fucking up my balance. Fucking with my motions.
Just scoot over.
Now you gotta scoot over.
I see.
You gotta scoot over.
What kind of...
And now you know where all the stress came from. Back to the podcast.
Movies. Not even like
shows
that.
less, and
Just
it's like...
podcast. No, but instead of just having the names, you know, for people who are listening to it audio, we should at least create some voice.
I usually always
recognition.
say, though, I got Declan here, I got Donnie here,
What
I
I
got
mean is
Lucas
voice
here.
recognition. You know, you want us to just like
Hello. Hi.
I
Hi.
don't know.
Hi.
I don't know. I'm
For the
just-
guy that wants to be off screen, you
So
really want
bad.
to be recognized.
But I'm only on voice. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but everyone knows.
Fine.
Declan chooses to be the side guy.
Why am I your side guy?
You want to be the...
Why can't I be your main guy?
Because you're not on film. You want to be the Oracle. You want to be the chair guy.
Oh, you mean like Oracle from
Yeah.
Batman?
Yeah.
The
The
Oracle.
voice of God.
Yeah, are you guys coming up to me like thieves and shit and sacrificing ghosts
Well, it's
to
like
talk to me?
what's Spider-Man, the Far From Home dude, Ned. When he finds out he's Spider-Man, he goes, "I could be your chair guy," because everybody always has like a chair person. Like you want to be the chairperson, the person that's like, Batman, are you there? You know.
Yeah, I want to be a crippled.
Flash
white,
has
I want
a-
to be a crippled white woman.
Yeah, like a raped by the Joker. That's deep.
That-
There goes
None of
everything.
this conversation.
We just
just restart the podcast from here.
No,
Well,
he just cut that out.
we just lost it. Sponsorship.
Dude, I just think I feel like I have a booger on my nose, but I don't. You're,
All the time.
dude. It's been
It's
all
'cause you
day.
know it's so
what
big,
you do
though.
is you have a huge fucking Juno, or Juno.
I do, yeah, but I'm also.
But you go like this and you just swirl around hella hard.
I've done that like 5 times.
Why don't you just?
You ever
Get a
picked a good
napkin.
bro?
I know
booger
it's
where
not a
makes your
booger.
eye
There's
water?
nothing in my nose, but it
Has
feels
anyone
like
got a good booger with eye water and it's just like, oh, I feel so
You know how to
good?
fix that? It's probably just because the spot of your nose is extra dry. As long as you get some Vaseline or even take a cup full of water and kind of get it up in your nostril, you'll.
Alright, I'm gonna show some water by that.
What you gotta do, you gotta just
I
sit
can't wait for
there,
you to sneeze because
get
it's
up
not
there.
good, right?
It's gonna be these poor people.
get up there, get a little bit of get a little KY, get in there, tickle it, flick a little bit your bean.
Oh god.
Dude, he's dramatic.
No,
I just would pick the
have you
shit
ever
out of my
just-
nose.
Have you ever just like sucked water up on your nose
No.
on purpose?
No, the only thing I've ever done is.
That's the normal reaction to that because now it feels like you need to sneeze, right?
I mean, I just put water in my nose.
Is that like,
I didn't snort it.
You dumbass.
You gotta snort.
Am I
You
Snort
gotta
the water.
get it in there.
God,
Is it also wets your own
I
nose,
caught
makes
Wolf
your
of
nose
Wall-
runny again? So
I
you
caught
clear
Wolf
it
of
out
Wall
with
Street like
It
halfway
is what it
through.
is.
I never watched it. I just let it go. It was good, but it was on like fucking TBS or some shit. But it just makes me laugh every time. Like shit, stuff's going wrong. Like every time, I'm like, God damn, it's like Goodfellas. But anyways,
That's a good way. No worries. That's a good way.
Out of us, you ever run for his money?
It's in his blood, though, isn't it?
What? What are you talking about?
Not like that.
In his blood. It's in his genes.
That came out a lot worse.
What are you talking about? Saying it's
Native
about blood?
Americans?
But nobody would have known he was Native American.
Lucas was born a drugged up hippie.
Oh, you're talking about the hippie party?
I'm talking about it.
His parents were doing drugs while they conceived him,
And I wouldn't be surprised.
and he came out just fucking like
Just like it just floated out of the vagina and came out like a...
with a beard.
The vagina was perfectly like arranged. His exact...
I don't think you've seen a vagina.
No, I'm talking about in this scenario.
I was like, don't make that shape. You drew a rectangle.
I usually can try
Isn't it
to
a
block out
box,
images, but I hope you understand you are talking about my mom's vagina right now, and I really don't want to try to imagine that.
Well, don't try. We'll imagine it.
Yeah, I'm trying not to, but for whatever
See,
reason.
we'll just
We've lost
visualize it.
every listener so far.
Well, why don't we just start it one more
It don't
time?
matter. You
No,
can
it's
just cut it.
fine.
Right. It don't
Alright.
matter.
No,
So
I
we're
think it's fine for people to know that we're all.
So you
fucking
asked how we
assholes.
are, right?
Yeah, that's how's everybody.
Not too bad.
We got a new president today.
We did. I completely forgot.
I woke up at 5 a.m. on accident and just to watch Trump fly away. And that was
Probably
it.
wasn't on accident. You subconsciously knew to do that.
Maybe
Was there any bombings today?
we would already probably told you
No,
about
we
it.
did.
We probably would have already been talking about it, yeah.
But yeah, no,
Not if everybody keeps
everything went
asking,
smooth. Everything's good.
Where are the bombs instead of how do we do the bombings? What?
No. I wish someone put a.
This is why my face isn't on camera, because then I'd be on a list.
I wish there was like some kind of like scary threat on Air Force One just so Trump couldn't use it to leave. Because he left earlier, so he can use it as president still. So I wish there was something like
I love
wrong.
how much of an asshole you are.
Well, just because the fact that he held everything up just so he could fly home in the Air Force
Using the
One.
system. What?
You're all about using the system.
I am.
So did you guys look at the Mortal Kombat pictures?
I did. No and no. Look at that. I did my homework, but I did it last minute.
Well, anyways, it's just funny because I had a video where I was working on.
Is that what we're talking about?
Well, we're just gonna talk a little bit about it because I'm not making this the whole Marvel fucking show. It's not fuck everybody. It's not that DC's not making fucking movies. I mean, I'm sorry that I can't talk about DC all the time.
How do you feel about Mortal Kombat?
Well, Mortal Kombat is making a film, which is weird because I don't. It's one of those things that like, do we need it right now? in this
No,
time?
but I
We
wouldn't
don't
mind
not
one.
need it.
Yeah, if they do it right, and now
And they don't
affects-
fuck it up.
It's 2021. We just need fucking distractions. Man.
Well, the thing is, okay, so
This guy's Jax. What the fuck?
yeah,
That's whack.
yeah. I
Yeah, it's pretty soft.
how hard do you like them?
Jax is like, looks like he's like smoking a cigar. He's this huge dude. He's got fucking robot arms. This guy looks like.
There is
I
a
don't
picture of him in his robot arms where he's like grabbing someone. It's not on there, but I've
He
seen.
looks like he would play Jax in Mortal Kombat on CW.
Oh, that is kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
Look like that.
So my thing is, you know what's weird is I was getting ready to do that video game podcast, and out of homework I was looking up.
Who the fuck's Cole Young?
Oh, it says they made
yeah,
it
they
up
made
for
it
made up
for-
for the movie,
That's hella gay.
which is dumb because how many fucking Mortal Kombat characters can
It's a
we
shit ton.
just change one of their origins? People would probably get mad, but fuck it.
Not even like you just pick one of them. Like
The fact you said not even sound hella like Clueless, like not even. But no, I got you.
but it's like
But the thing is, okay.
they all have pretty like the whole Mortal Kombat universe is so complex at this point. There's
Well-
like time travel shit that happens with it, so you can really do what you want with it. But I don't get why they just create some dude named Cole Young. That,
That's
like,
MMA fighter.
But it's just his name's like not like
It's gay.
he's not he's not a Mortal Kombat sounding character. He's not Sonya Blade. Like even like normal ass.
So
people
ain't
have-
that a bit much though?
But that's the point. Mortal Kombat
Razor,
sells all their.
Blazer,
If every
Taser.
You know, if they release the script, and the script has C's in it, I'm gonna be really pissed.
Who?
Mortal Kombat's all about putting K's instead of C's.
Yeah.
You know, Mortal Kombat's all about that extra crazy
They
stuff.
put
That's
Z
separate.
instead of an S.
No, they just put
Oh,
it's
it's not a
Mortal
rap
Kombat.
album.
Kombat's supposed to be C, but it's K, and then every time you open up like a text or read in the game, every single place there would be a C is just a K.
That's weird.
But it's like Mortal Kombat's all about going that extra step with its kind of universe. There's all these weird characters, and it's like it's not supposed to be a realistic. Like I don't care. I don't need to see a realistic
this
story.
really
There are a
got
bunch
you.
but there are a bunch of like
Declan off camera, who needs to be on camera.
there's like
Look at him
there's,
crossing his leg.
There's
I got to tell people for the viewers that are
there are
not able to see it.
Mortal
No one's able to
Kombat's
see
a
it.
universe that Chinese ninjas exist. Have you ever heard of Chinese ninjas? They're not real.
I mean,
There's like
I've never heard of
like
an elephant flying, but there's Dumbo.
But that's what I mean. It's like, and then there's like cyborg ninjas and shit like that. It's just this crazy universe. So it's like, why make some guy
People who
named
can turn into dragons.
Cole Young?
who's an MMA fighter.
Cole Young is the most.
Do you know what that sounds like?
That's stupid. What
Sounds
the
like
fuck?
Johnny Cage.
How is it? No, Johnny Cage is a like action movie star who kicks people, who punches people in the dick, and has ancient like.
Dick power.
No.
I do find them creating new characters.
Yeah, like what the
completely
fuck? How is
unnecessary.
an MMA person gonna grapple a guy you could turn into ice?
Well, they've been
Or a
trying
guy
to
that
do.
can
They've been
transform
trying to
that
do a
hell
Mortal
dimension.
Kombat movie forever.
They have
So
done them.
it's kind of weird that they've been working so
But those
long.
movies are cult classics because
But you know,
they're
I'll tell
so
you.
weird.
I will tell you this, my friend. I feel like Mortal Kombat is one of the better video game movies.
Yeah.
Which is kind of corny, but they're pretty good for.
I do like
How many
watching.
are there? There's Mortal
There's
Kombat,
three.
Street Fighter, and then another.
Oh my
Mortal
God!
Kombat?
How many
World of Warcraft,
Mario Brothers?
Assassin's Creed.
I thought we
Halo,
were talking
technically.
strictly
Oh,
fighting.
don't.
Oh.
Assassin's
Sonic?
Creed.
They made Double
I
Dragon,
thought we were talking strictly fighting.
Dragon Ball Z,
Fighting games.
Oh, no,
Doom.
That movie sucked.
Doom. I actually saw. I was looking up at
I don't mind Doom.
You don't- ugh.
while back, I was doing like research for an episode, and I looked at Mortal Kombat's actually one of the ones that they made a lot more than their budget.
But it's a cult classic too.
But that's crazy though to me.
Yeah.
I thought Mortal Kombat would have showed a drop. Like Mario Brothers, holy shit!
You mean when it came
Well,
out?
I mean,
they
look
made
at
one?
production.
What they made to compare to like how much their budget was
But the
to what
production
they
quality
made.
on.
But you have to look at what year it came out, too.
I get that, but
Mario
it
Brothers
doesn't matter
was
as long as they
not
made money.
That good of a movie.
But Mario Brothers as a property is pretty popular. If you go and go
He's
watch
saying
it.
just the fact that it's Mario Brothers, people would have went to see.
But so when I looked at the whatever, like there's some, of course, in Rotten Tomatoes, I looked at that too. They have like one of the biggest bombs, World of Warcraft bomb. I think even a fucking Mortal Kombat has a fucking bomb. But it's, to be honest,
Well, I mean, have you seen
Street Fighter.
the second? Yeah, well, yeah.
I like the second one. I think, but I just don't like the bad guy. He's always in movies though. He's got the big fucking apocalypse face.
In what movie?
Mortal Kombat 2, Annihilation.
Where they
The
turn
bad
into
guy?
dragons.
Yeah.
Like, and the CG on the dragons is
And we get
horrific.
a new fucking Raiden. They just cast a whole new Raiden.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I still like watching them though.
Yeah, it looks like on a budget of 18 million, it made 122 million.
Like that's a huge jump.
The first one?
Yeah,
For
1995.
what that movie is,
And
yes.
what
'cause
year?
Watching it now,
1995.
Was
That's
it up
when
the
the
corny?
game was fucking popping, though.
What was the Rotten Tomatoes though? It should be underneath it.
Yeah, it's 48%. Metacritic 58%. IMDb 5.8, and
That's not
90%
bad.
That's
people
pretty
like
good, yeah.
That's all pretty average.
for how bad that movie is.
Well, I think this movie's worse than Road to El Dorado. Those are the scores on Road to El Dorado too.
I love Road to El Dorado.
He wants me to watch it.
I think it's a great movie.
It's so good.
I truly do.
Julio. Sorry.
I think there's some, a little more flamboyant parts, but it's just all around
It's
enjoyable.
about two
And sex.
dudes into each other
No,
on a trail.
it's about. It's just
It's like Brokeback cartoon.
No, they're not gay.
You watch Brokeback Mountain?
Parts, but
Never seen it.
it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Because I don't like dudes doing dudes, but you know,
They don't
that mean there's
fuck.
something wrong with
You
you.
don't
Oh
see
yeah,
them
they do.
fuck.
He go, oh yeah, they do.
How would you know if you've never seen it?
I've seen parts.
You see penetration.
You've seen.
He fast
No, but
forwarded to the good part.
Yeah, you've seen.
I was like, I gotta see me some Heath
the
getting it.
Brokeback Mountain sex scene.
You just see that.
Well,
man.
Anne Hathaway shows her boobs in it, so. God damn it! Can I do a podcast without talking about another girl or?
No.
God damn.
No,
it,
you're a
dude.
pervert. In
We
sex
might as well
scene.
do a whole section about Indian girls.
Why do you gotta bring that up? Like, there's no reason to.
I think all women look great. Okay.
All women are queens.
But especially young Indian women. Under the age.
Sorry,
He's
everybody.
He's just digging your hole.
Blue Hunt and New Mutants looks attractive.
All right,
I'm
we
sorry.
All right, we can get past it.
Yeah, whatever.
Speaking of Marvel crap, Captain America's coming back.
Do we really just go that quickly over Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, because what else do you want to say about Mortal Kombat? This guy's throwing me under the bus over here.
Well, we didn't even
The
go over
casting.
anything. We went over the old one, not like anything about the new one.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the cat. I was gonna look
There's
at
no
some, like-
one popular that's casted.
Yeah,
I just want to see what other
It's like Donnie said, CW cast minus the bad guy, who's the fucking calculator from Dark Knight, has no special parts. He might be in Rush Hour, but that might be me being racist. I don't know.
I hope they do the music. You know, the like that fucking dun 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 dun, dun whatever fucking Mortal Kombat music they had back
Probably
in the original.
There's only one theme. What are you doing?
Maybe at the very end. Maybe the
Because I wouldn't mind that. Oh yeah, at the very end.
They
as long as
did.
they do like an
ended
homage.
the first one ends. Well, starts with.
Well,
it,
they-
and it
they-
ends with
yeah,
them
they do.
seeing the bad guy there, and they're like,
They gotta use fucking Orbital, which is that song at the very end.
Orbital.
Yeah, that's the name of the band of the song.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Mortal Kombat. Bum, 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 bum,
At the very end, the happy music when everything turns out alright. You know?
Dude, the chick who plays Sonya Blade is in the Meg.
The Meg?
The Meg with Jason
Why
Statham.
do I care about the Meg?
I don't know. I just thought that was weird.
Johnny Cage,
She's in the Navy.
Sub-Zero,
She's
I'm
in
excited.
Scorpion. It looks cool because it looks like Scorpion and Sub-Zero are not
Cole, whatever.
them first.
Yeah, that's what I do like too.
Looks like it's an origin story or they're gonna flashback.
What's his name again? Cole.
Bihan.
Cole. No, the guy in the movie.
Hazan.
Oh, the MMA guy?
Yeah.
Who is that guy?
The point we, I don't know. I haven't. Fuck.
Who plays him?
Some fucking douche.
Scott Atkins?
Some guy actually named Cole.
Scott Atkins is a great stunt double martial
His
artist.
name is Louis Tan.
I'm done. So any more you got to say
So-
about this goddamn movie?
Yeah,
Well,
but if you
Kamal's
go
in it. That's weird.
if you go through the
Kano.
images and read the text, one of them says when he gets to I don't remember the characters' names, but the one that's with Raiden and then the Asian dude, the main Asian dude from the first ones.
Yeah. Liu Kang?
Yeah, they say allied. They're called allied. So they're not, it's not about them. It's going to be about the MMA fighter dude, and he's going to encounter these people because they're allied.
He's the fish out of water. We're gonna learn about all the order.
And then he's going to have some kind of
all the other
past.
all the other combats.
Because like
What's your favorite Mortal Kombat character?
Luke Saibot.
I liked
Smoke.
Smoke.
Smoked.
With his white wispy,
I
gray
think-
wispy hair.
I think I was
Still lost that, like that shit.
more down with Scorpion. I think it was him or
I
Sub-Zero.
love how you guys have all picked ninjas. Because the ninjas are just default
Different
the best
colors.
characters,
I
right?
Luke
just threw out
Saibot
one. I
is a
just threw a
broken
name out.
character.
Dude, I love Rain. Rain's sick as
Yeah.
fuck. He can do a kick from the
Who's
entire
Reptile? Reptile was dope.
Yeah, I like Reptile.
Anyone that's not a ninja that's cool.
Tundra, which is Bihan's name before he was Sub-Zero. Sorry.
I don't know, because other than that, I'm trying to think of like
You know
playing
who
the game.
Cybot's the original Sub-Zero?
Really?
Yeah.
Who's the robot dude?
They all become robots at some point.
There's a robot dude. I remember.
Tobias-
There's Cyrax.
Maybe that. He's kind of cool.
He's like the main
Saibot
robot
is
ninja.
Tobias Boone backwards, the creator of Mortal Kombat. Or
No, the
one
two
of the
creators.
Yeah, the two creators. Yeah.
You guys are giving me all this fucking
And
Mortal
then he
Kombat
became
knowledge.
Cybot eventually because Ed Boon.
Super broken character in the game because he can just teleport right behind you, fuck you up, teleport gone, teleport
Oh,
gone.
I like Baraka.
With the
Obama.
blades. Ew. You're a weirdo.
Why? That's
Nobody
like,
likes Baraka.
Baraka was dope looking.
Baraka's stupid.
Yeah,
He
sharp
is a
ass
weirdo.
teeth.
He's not better than like what? Like, oh my god, Goro? Is he better than Goro?
I mean, Goro was kind of awkward to play
Is he
with.
better than Quan Chi?
What about Girl Goro? What was her name?
Shiva?
Ugh. She grossed me out. They put her in the second movie, I think.
What about Man? What is?
Yeah, because then he died and he fell off.
Who's the
Shit.
cat? Kintaro's the cat guy. He looks like Goro,
You guys
but he's
know
like
way more names.
he's
than
like
I do.
Tiger
Yeah, I
Stripe.
haven't played Mortal Kombat in a long fucking time.
Both Sonya Blades I thought were attractive
Fuji?
in the first.
They got
Fuji?
Alien in it now.
An alien?
Alien. They got.
That's
the-
like that was like
Really?
two, three
Shit.
years ago.
Terminator's in it.
Yeah. Joker's
Oh
in
yeah,
it
yeah.
Again.
Yeah, like Jason's got a pretty good. Jason's got.
RoboCop's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jason's got a great.
I'm waiting for Master Chief.
So Jason.
Master Chief means Smash before anything.
Matt.
Jason's
He's
got
already in
pretty
just
brutal
waiting for
fatalities.
Just wait, Master Chief will be in Smash one of these days.
I wish I cared about
Sorry,
Smash.
the Master Chief.
So, are we done with Mortal
Yeah, let's talk
Kombat?
about Captain America.
How's he coming back?
I don't give a fuck.
I truly don't care.
Doesn't matter anymore.
Are you mad or happy that he's coming back?
I'm peeved.
I'm indifferent. Just
Well, I was watching Iron Man. I was Robert Downey Jr. in an interview. I think it was just Joe Rogan, and he was like, "Do you think you ever come back to Iron Man?" And this is
Of course he will. He's gonna be broke soon because the
This is
movies
what-
he makes by himself sucks.
This is when he did Doolittle too. So
Yeah, because that movie sucks.
he's like, I'm done basically. He's like, but don't you think it'd be awesome? Like, 3 Avengers go by, and then eventually they need like your kind of guy to come back, and the movie theater, like, they get that moment where like you walk on screen through like a teleporter or whatever. Rogan was saying. He's like, yeah, but I don't know. He's like, I kind of already feel like I already did my story. There's no more I can do. I'm like, holy fuck. I love RDJ, but what do you mean there's no more you can do with Iron Man? There's a million fucking books. You can do everything you want with Iron Man.
Armor Wars. Oh wait, they're gonna do that.
The Armor Wars have been a great movie
They're doing
for
it
Iron Man.
already.
I know, but
The
with
TV
Iron
show.
Man would have been great. But
This
so
one was to be reread.
so I feel like with Cap, it's the same thing. It's like you bring him back. But the thing is, I think, like I said, there's
There's gotta be a Cap and there's gotta be an Iron Man.
Well, the
or
thing-
an Iron Man. That's what you said to me. And I was like, what at your ass?
I don't remember
I
saying
don't know
that,
why
but
he needs to come back though.
because I think they need a good leader.
That's.
Nothing.
I don't agree with Ernie. I'm just that's what he's saying.
The Avengers for me is like it is Iron Man and Cap, dude, and it's like to keep it going, and we're gonna get like other characters in the future for them not to interact, like Reed not to interact with Tony and Steve. It's just a shame. Like,
So is he just gonna train Falcon? Then
no, he's not gonna.
when's he gonna come back?
They're not saying.
Yeah, no, but when do you think he's gonna come back?
I don't think he'll come back till a minute. I don't think he's gonna come back until like maybe end credit scene. I think either he's gonna see. I mean, Tony made it very clear when he's like, when you mess with time, time will mess with you back, and he says that only to Steve Rogers. So I feel like Figgy and all them put that in their back pocket for a future story maybe, where when Cap's going through time with the
I want to see those.
gems. People were like, maybe it's a mini series with the gems. I'm like, that's kind of cool, but I'd rather him just be back. Because Chris Evans is so fucking young, he could grow
How?
20 more years into Cap.
Are they gonna use young, old?
They could use old Cap, like the old ass one, when that was a storyline. When he lost his
39 years old and looks better than me.
Yeah, dude, he looks like he's in his 20s.
You were on the phone thing when I was talking to my mom about that, right?
Oh, she thought he was hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She didn't like a lot of guys who threw at her.
Yeah.
So you said it,
Do you
Ernie.
Do you think? Go on. Just slipped that one right in. Just slipped it right in there.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know if you ever answered that question that I posed on the phone. Has Brad Pitt gotten hotter as he's gotten older?
I told you he did.
Okay. What about you? You think that?
You want me to say if a man is hot or not?
Oh, God.
I mean, he's Brad Pitt. That's all you really have
Here's
to say.
Yeah, but has
Toxic
he, like,
masculinity.
is he? Because to me, when he was younger, he was kind of
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Masculinity. Masculinity.
No,
You can't
what did
fucking-
Ernie say?
I don't know. I don't
We're gonna find out.
We already know.
Look how
I
he's
don't
trying to
know.
push on me. He fucked up too.
No, I was repeating it. It's
That's
masculinity.
not a weird question because right, like Tom Cruise is like.
What are we talking about, Brad Pitt?
He's,
We're just transitioning into hot guy talk now.
yeah, because I pulled Chris Evans.
Go
But
talk.
when I posed this question to Ernie, I thought it might be an interesting question. What about you?
It's
Any
Chris
words?
Evans
Well, yeah.
he brought up
You think he
to
has?
his mom.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something.
Men
But
typically
he's
become-
Brad
Unless you're Ernie.
Pitt.
But I'm saying he's become more rugged as he's aged, right? Before he was kind of
Yeah.
plastic and weird, right?
I don't know. This is a
Plastic
this is a
and weird.
This is a weird topic.
There's a lot of people. I think George Clooney became a better looking guy as he got older.
Well, I
See-
think that's really men in general.
Not all men.
Because
Steve
remember him
Buscemi's
on
got
ER
groceries,
or
he's
him
got
on fucking.
Yeah, do I remember George Clooney on ER? Yeah, do I remember that? No, Ernie. ER is long canceled by the time I was alive.
Real no.
When did ER get canceled?
I don't keep up with that.
Probably 2000.
I don't know.
You're not that young, are you? Oh shit, he may be.
He may be.
What year were you born?
1999.
Jesus Christ. I was in 9th grade. It's so crazy.
I was, whatever 6th grader is.
Whatever a 6th grader is?
Yeah, not 6th grader. I don't know what year you were born. Fuck. 6-year-old.
2008.
6-year-old.
ER was canceled in 2008. It's last season 9. Its last season was 2008, 2009.
Yeah, so you're around.
So I was long alive.
The exact opposite.
I was definitely not a zygote at that time.
So how else can they bring Cat back and is it going to deal with King?
I don't care. Like I said, when you called me and told me that, I was like, why can't they just get someone else to lead the Avengers?
Because there's no one I think that the audience is going to be comfortable with. We saw the backlash with Captain Marvel. People lost their mind over her. Who you going to have lead? Hawkeye? It's not
I
gonna
would
work.
say Black Panther, but we can't, which just sucks, but that's who is the obvious
Well,
choice, right?
now they're going to put Doctor Doom in Black Panther.
But isn't that the obvious choice, though, right?
No.
Really? Between all the current members, he's not the optimal choice if he was still around.
I think Bucky or Falcon could.
No, fuck them. They barely part of the team. Bucky's like not even there.
I know, I'm just saying who could be a leader.
Black Panther, who's actually a leader of a country.
Not Bucky.
What?
Bucky's a fucking lunatic.
Yeah,
He's got
too
PTSD.
damaged. He's
Doesn't
not
even want,
there.
He doesn't even want a second arm for most of it.
I mean,
right?
Banner
They have-
can't, Scott Lang can't.
Why can't Banner?
Because he's fucking Hulk.
He's fucking
Yeah,
Hulk.
but he's smart Hulk.
Yeah, isn't he still Smart Hulk?
I think he's going to lose that.
Why?
Just think it's too boring to write, I think. He'll lose it.
Turn him to Grey
He
Hulk.
sucked, dude, in the end game.
Think we're gonna get
With his
a
gimp arm.
leader?
I don't know.
Maybe the leader fucks with his head and makes him
Strange.
Strange would probably be the leader. But he's got to worry
Over
about.
Black Panther?
He's got to worry about mystical threats. Black Panther has passed on.
I'm
kid.
talking about if before then though. That's you asked me who. That's
Probably,
my
but he's
choice.
not very like. Steve like talked to everybody. He was like everyone's dad. Black Panther kind of sticks to himself.
Yeah, but you can't. If
Fucking
the Marvel
multiverse,
Cinematic
man, they're gonna bring him back to the multiverse.
It might be totally different.
the Marvel Cinematic Universe plans to go on ad infinitum, then at some point you gotta not have a Captain America, right? Because you can't have Captain America forever.
No, yeah, you can't. It's called comics. They get rid of him for a little bit, and then they bring him back.
Yeah, but why do I have to have my movies be exactly like my comics?
Because comics are better than the movies usually.
Some would disagree.
No, I disagree with you.
I said some would disagree. You said some, so you disagree with the assertion that some people would disagree with your statement?
Sure.
Do you think everybody agrees with you?
Probably 85-90%.
That's a big margin.
Yeah.
That is-
I'm going for the 3-pointer.
If we had like
A poll.
if we had a substantial audience, I would definitely pose that as a question because I would like to see you be super wrong.
Why? People would rather press.
85% is enormous. Sorry. Keep
You think that most people would rather read a comic or watch it?
No, they'd rather see the comic versions brought to life than.
Comic book fans, people who read the comics.
That's
But
generally who goes to the movies.
No, that's
Not
just
really.
really.
That's
weird.
why they changed the comics in the comic book store to mimic the movies now.
Well, yeah, that's to bring other people in.
into the comics.
Yeah, into
from
the comics.
movies.
That's not to bring comic people to the movies because they're gonna watch the movies anyways. They gotta do the exact opposite with this. They gotta bring people in who don't know anything about comics into the storyline. So a lot of these people, I could talk about this with people at work, and they won't know as much information as I do because they've seen the movies, they like the movies, but have zero.
Do they think you're cool? Like Lucas knows a lot.
Yeah, but-
and you come around here and
for
you're like,
fucking
get the
other
fuck out of here. For other reasons, get the
Yeah,
fuck
fucking
out.
awesome. What the fuck are you talking about?
Doctor Doom's going to be in Black Panther. Why?
Oh, God.
I don't know. You tell me. You're the comic book dude.
I don't know how they're making a Black Panther movie without Black Panther.
That is.
That's a different discussion.
But that Doctor Doom's going to be in it. He's
I
going
know.
to be a
But I'm
centerpiece to
just
it.
like, then.
Why don't we have a Doctor Doom movie?
The answer to your question is we don't fucking know because we don't
You
know
wanna
if they're gonna
deep
make
fake
a
it?
Black Panther movie.
They said they're not replacing them. They're not recasting them. They're not CGI.
But do we know if he filmed for that movie?
He
No,
did
he
not.
hasn't filmed at all.
Oh.
They said that Black
Why
Panther
did
2
Doom over
is
like
good.
anyone?
I know.
What?
Why
Wait, hold
can't-
on. They're not using anything to create Black Panther, but they're not getting rid of Black Panther?
It's going to be Black Panther 2,
They're
and
gonna-
it's going to be about exploring
Are they gonna
Wakanda.
CGI him?
No, they said there's going to be no CGI, no replacing him.
So they're just making us wait.
You know what? No, they're waiting to
Cock teasing.
unleash a robot that looks and acts like a human.
Well, Disney-
Killmonger,
No,
Killmonger's
Disney
supposed to
recently-
come back.
Disney recently posted a thing about their new like level of animatronic.
Why
So,
didn't they use it on fucking Luke Skywalker then?
I don't know, Ernie, because that was like filmed, I don't know, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months ago, and that this thing that was made by Disney was made recently. That's fucking
wrong.
why.
They're Pirates of the Caribbean with nothing but animatronics.
Yeah, but this is a whole different level.
They put Johnny Depp in that motherfucker.
Whole different level.
Don't believe it. I really thought
the
Johnny
amount, of
Depp was in
CG,
it.
the amount of CGI in Pirates of the Caribbean is insane.
Talking about the fucking
He's
ride.
talking about the ride.
Oh,
They put Johnny Depp in it 3 times.
did they?
Yeah, they added him into the ride. And I could have sworn the first time I was like, oh my god, it's Johnny Depp. That's Edward Scissorhands. And it jumped out of the water. I got in trouble.
It's a
But,
good movie.
huh?
It's a good movie.
Which one?
Edward Scissorhands. Actually, and Pirates, both of them.
Nah, I'll take Edward Scissorhands over Pirates.
Well, yeah.
It's kind of disturbing. Kinda
Very
weird.
early
Tim Burton's fucking weird. But I just don't get it. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I wish they'd say number 2 is gonna be about us exploring Wakanda, and it's like, what the fuck does that even fucking mean? And I heard Killmonger is supposed to come back. I'm like, dude, I swear to fucking God, Killmonger comes back, and they're like, he's Black Panther now, and I have to watch him go high on tea and all that bullshit.
Oh shit! You know, I didn't think about that.
People were on his dick for that movie, and I didn't get it. I watched it way
Because
later.
people like Malcolm X more than MLK. Because he's more of a firecracker for personality than MLK was. That's why there's so many more people that are fanatics.
What's about the racist shit, man? We're talking about Wakanda.
That's the like dichotomy, right? It's also the dichotomy between.
That's mainly Professor X and Magneto, but sure.
Exactly. That's why like Magneto's infinitely more of an interesting character is because he's so fiery and he's such his charisma about him, right? And that's why people like
Oh,
Killmonger.
I'm sorry, can't like a guy in a
It's-
wheelchair? Sorry for all the paraplegics listening. Declan over here slamming him. How dare you? Anyways, I don't know what they're gonna do. It's cool to be like Doctor Doom finally, but in a Black Panther movie, it would fit if Black Panther was there. And Doctor Doom needs to be like another Thanos, like an antagonist. But instead, they're gonna do Kang, and it's like whatever. But anyways, Marvel's been loopy, and it's gonna get even more loopier because WandaVision.
Have you guys watched it?
Everyone, I believe, has watched WandaVision. The first episode, I was like, I don't know, dude. I didn't even think I was gonna like it. Like, it was just fucking weird. And what are you showing us?
That's the animatronic that Disney recently produced.
No.
And they can make prosthetic
Why did they put a face on it?
faces. Well, because so you can
So you can see
see.
the mechanics.
Yeah.
That's
He looks
this is
tired.
what our overlords are gonna look like.
Dude, look. Oh no, he looks pissed.
Yeah.
He looks like he's gonna murder me, dude.
Yeah, this is what our overlords
What
are
do you
gonna look
think? Nah, dude, we just created an.
like. Ugh, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like it simulating breathing. Like
Did you call me, bud?
its eyes twitch.
What is that?
Oh, some things on WandaVision.
Oh, I don't like that. That's really gross. That's a face tracker down here.
What did everyone think about WandaVision?
I don't like it.
It was good.
I actually
A
enjoyed
lot of people
it, but
are making memes of them falling asleep.
Well,
They're making fun of it, saying that it's boring.
That's because people are waiting and expecting action, and there was nothing. There was no action, and that's one
I
thing
think
I
if they
felt. I
left-
felt weird watching it because I knew I was watching Marvel, but there was no action, so I left
But
leaving.
this is the first Marvel series on Disney Plus,
Yeah,
so it's new shit.
I think if it just released the first one, I'd be like, I don't know about this.
I do like how they did release both of them.
Because the first one was very much, they only had that weird scene of,
Why did they do two? Because they were the same.
Stop it.
yeah, the stop it.
Stop
Like,
it.
and she's like, Vision, help him. So, what do you guys all think is going on?
I think
mean,
someone's fucking with her.
You said they're in like a bubble. What are you doing? Sucking my dick?
I don't think she's in a bubble.
No, I mean we've seen the bubble.
I think you already could see it in the trailers.
Yeah, the trailer spoiled a significant portion, but me and Ernie disagree. I think somebody's fucking with her.
Okay,
versus
I'm gonna go with you a
he
little
thinks
more
she's
on
going
that
crazy.
because I did a little more research. And Agatha,
Fisty?
the neighbor that's fucking amazing, okay?
She's pretty funny.
The she's in Bad Moms and
she's
stuff.
In We Are the Millers, right?
Catherine.
Yes.
Yeah,
Is
she's
that her name?
she's
She is
Offerman's
fucking stellar.
She's too funny.
But okay, so what was her name? Her Agatha Warkness or something like that. Whatever. She works for Mephisto in the comics, and what the fuck was that? Who doesn't?
Well, he's the devil, right?
Yeah. So she trains Scarlet Witch in the comic, and she makes her make babies out of nowhere. This is in the 80s, by the way, when this happens.
80s babies?
80s babies. 80s, 70s, I think. I think it's 80s.
8
But she's trying to... Mephisto and her are trying to distract Scarlet to steal her hex power. Her chaos magic.
Okay.
So once I read that, I was
makes
like...
sense.
That kind of makes sense. And then, I was watching breakdowns, if you notice when things happen, watch Agnes's face during things, and she's like really on Scarlet, like don't fuck up, or like when like the trick is going wrong during the magic show, she's like, oh, it all went well. She puts down her bag, and it's just really, really weird. And that's the thing I like about this show. Like I was telling some guy online, that it's very much like Where's Waldo while you're watching it, because you're trying to keep up and you're watching it, but you're looking for pieces.
That's what I was doing. I was looking for references.
And it's like nothing. Like I told Crystal, my wife, there's nothing you can overlook of what's being said or whatever. What was odd that they had during the Bewitch opening, someone talked about this, that when they do the cartoon and they show in the, what is it that's inside your ceilings?
Attic?
I guess attic, but it's like in between
space?
the crawl spaces. There's Grim Reaper's mask is in it, and it's weird because Grim Reaper is a huge villain of Wonder Man.
The Grim Reaper?
No, the villain Grim Reaper. That he has the sickle for her
Okay,
hand.
next question. Does the manifestation of death, the actual Grim Reaper, in this Marvel universe?
That's like Thanos' bitch, yeah.
So death is also the Grim Reaper.
No.
Yeah, in a way, but this is Grim Reaper. He's a dude with powers.
Okay.
He
You
fights.
know how they have, like, Mephisto,
He fights.
who's like the devil, but then
He
they
fights
actually have
Wonder
the-
Man all the time, and
Who the
Vision's
fuck's Wonder Man?
subconscious goes into Wonder Man, I believe, for a time. You can go and look that up. I think either she's working with that girl to keep it all together, but she clearly knows something's going on, because there's no way.
Okay.
There's no way that you're living this life and not noticing these things. Like when she sees the fucking helicopter, it's got the sword logo on it. I'm guessing that's a real helicopter that fell.
Aren't Sword also space shit too?
They changed their names. I don't know if you want to look it up, but look up sword name change WandaVision. They changed one of the words in it to make it work for Wanda. And then we keep hearing someone yell, "Are you okay?" That's 100% Jimmy Woo from Ant-Man 2. 100%.
Sentient Weapon Observation Response Division.
Is that the new name it says?
No, yeah, it appears in the MCU show WandaVision and stands for Sentient Weapon Observation.
Instead of
Sentient,
space?
So Sentient Weapon Observation Response Division. If you break that up, sentient weapon just means superheroes, right?
I guess.
Because they're living
An
things with
intelligent weapon.
Yeah.
Something that has
So Wanda would
consciousness
be-
of its own.
I think
Wanda
I
would
think
be
it's
treating Wanda as a
I,
weapon,
I
right?
think it's a group that's made to watch superpower like.
Oh yeah, but it's weird they call them sentient weapons.
Well, you have
Right,
to
that's
you have
weird.
to remember that they were created by Bernard Strucker, though.
Yeah, I get that, but that who else falls under the label of sentient weapon, right? Is the Hulk a sentient weapon? So the sword observing him, but then is sword is also observing Doctor Strange, who's a sentient weapon, but who has full mastery of his powers.
But it's about control.
That's what I'm saying, though. How far does that control extend? Are we
Okay,
gonna get?
where you-
Are we eventually gonna get an act like a more Civil War-y kind of story where it's the government, the direct government versus the superheroes instead?
Well, yeah,
just
I mean,
the superheroes versus the
Thunderbolt
superheroes.
Ross
Right?
is
We're supposed to get that show, right?
yeah, and Thunderbolt Ross is heavily involved in the future movies and stuff. Black Widow, he's de-aging some of it and stuff. Thunderbolts, I believe, are coming as well.
The Thunderbolts.
The Dunder Mifflins. But yeah, so Jimmy Woo is for sure the guy on the Randall Park. What's it?
Is he based on an actual character?
Jimmy Woo is awesome. He's part of the
But
Agents
is he-
of Alex.
but-
yes.
That actor.
Yes.
Is the actor's name Jimmy Woo or is the character's name Jimmy
No,
Woo?
I
Okay,
believe it's
can't
Randall
tell.
Park is his
Okay.
name, I think.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Jimmy Woo is part of he has a gorilla on his team. It's just fucking amazing. But he ended up getting put on, he was FBI watching Scott Lang in the second movie.
Yeah, I remember that. I know who you're talking about.
I was just excited to use Jimmy Woo. So I was like, oh, that's like a B-list, C-list character. So then we get the weird commercials. And
Oh, I love them.
the Stark Industry one, it
no
really...
toaster piece.
It made it does the Stark noise when it turns on, and then it does the countdown. And I think all this is her memories, because what did she say? All they could hear was like or see is the Stark logo when her Age of Ultron, which they talk about, you know, whatever, and all they could see is the logo. And I believe they say they hear the bomb. They heard it for days. They said, and it does. It's the only thing that's red in the black and white thing, and it's ticking.
Sure enough, faster. Less than half an hour.
And it's ticking and ticking and ticking, and it almost is like a countdown to a bomb. And I've heard people say that too. And then we have the Strucker one, the watch, which again there is kind of ticking, but Strucker's the one that was working on them, that created them or whatever.
Supposedly created them.
Right.
Who's to say they didn't have their powers before?
And then there's like a scene where she like walks in, and on the wall there's a mural, and it's the fucking building that they raid in Age of Ultron. And it's just fucking like weird, but
What
overall,
about the Beehive Man?
we'll get to that because that's the biggest thing I think that come from everything. Because that's when she gets like, oh my god, this isn't the normal show anymore. I think Paul Bettany is like fucking. Did I say it right?
Yeah, Paul Bettany.
He's fucking great because we never get to really see him ham it up.
No.
But the
No,
gum
he's
the gum
awesome.
episode was
Oh, that
really
was great.
stupid, but really good.
It was very funny.
And how they kept covering it up and how she kept fixing
I
it.
like when they went to the inside of him, it was all animated.
It's all like dumb.
And it's like,
animated.
the gears and shit like that.
Oh, and then Monica Rambeau is the black lady.
Yeah, but we haven't gotten to.
But what's weird is on the trailer, you see her get thrown out of the bubble.
Yeah.
And then there's a part where she's on the ground laying and she opens her eyes. Again,
She's Photon, right?
yes. That's why
Do you think we'll get
her
Photon?
mom
Okay, that's.
is in Captain Marvel.
That's the little girl from Captain
Yes.
Marvel. Okay.
And her mom drives up the jet called the Photon.
Okay.
And then Carol drives the Avenger. So that's kind of like where they get the names and all that or whatever. But, so Monica Rambeau is on it, and I'm guessing, does she know she's in there? Because I think they're trying to get people in there to get Scarlet out.
Mhm.
But, yeah, I don't know. But I thought Paul Bettany was fucking great. Again,
Isn't the blonde chick supposed to be somebody?
the blonde person, people were first like, it's Emma Frost. But now people are thinking it's Clea, Doctor
Why would it be
Strange's.
Emma Frost?
Because this is supposed to, okay, this show was supposed to open up to X-Men, Spider-Man, and Doctor
Yeah,
Strange.
but let's click into our brain that why would have
Why wouldn't
why-
you put one of the greatest mind controllers in there to get into her mind? They had her go into her mind during
why
House
did
of
she
M.
cut herself then?
She crushes the glass.
Yeah, she's made of diamond. If she turned herself into diamond, why would she cut herself?
Maybe she has no control. But I don't know. I would
Then
go.
why would they have sent one of the most powerful?
I would go more with Clea. But did you guys realize the
It's Sokovia.
Sokovia handshake or whatever? It's her putting her hands over their eyes. And the reason why I didn't get that, if they did that, is because when she was taking like their memory or whatever, in Sokovia, that's what she would do to them. I was like, oh, there's so many little things I was missing. I didn't even realize that. But Agnes keeps making hints about the devil, though. If you notice that too,
The devil's not real. The devil's in the details.
she says that she's like, the devil's also somewhere else.
Oh yeah.
And then she grabs her bottle of liquor by, I think it goes, look over there.
Catherine Hahn.
Han.
Who's Darcy Lewis?
The
Darcy
Denver scene was
is Kate Guinea, Kate
Cat
Dennings,
Cat Dennings.
and she's gonna be working.
Stacey Dennings.
I love Cat Dennings.
weird. The dinner with the boss was weird.
That's what I said. That's why when it's weird when it goes from the front
Yeah,
camera
it's weird that
and then it goes to the cut.
it's also that 70s show mom.
Kitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also just the their personality or the way they handle situations are weird. Because like Vision is excited to get the promotion, but he doesn't even know what the fuck the job does.
Well, then if you pay attention, no one knows what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Everybody's lost, and which I feel is great because
I don't think it's everyone though.
I think everybody that she's sucking in there. I think she's creating her own world with this lady's help, and she wants to be left alone. It's very Hulk-like.
Well, I
She
think
wants
a
to be
few of
left
the people,
alone.
but like the people in the committee, no, they're there. I don't think because they're acting like part of the community. They're acting like
They're
part
acting
of
like
the
a
world.
cult, though. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like for the children. For the
This
children.
page just has every single like
For the children.
every rumor, whether it's been debunked or confirmed. Who's Agatha Harkness?
That's Agnes, I was saying.
Okay.
I mean, unless everyone is in on it, like,
But they're not, because
everybody-
people are clearly trying to get her
There's a
out.
rumor that Hulkling will appear.
Could.
That's where I think like a lot of the townspeople are. She's creating them, or something's going on. They're part of like the simulation.
I think she's
And
pulling,
then
Based
she
on her
has
memory-
like.
Ooh, sorry.
Then she has like 5 or 6 people
she's
in there
pulling
that
people
are.
in there and creating her own thing.
Yeah, but if you like I said,
And then they're
part-
sending people in there, I believe,
Yeah.
to like Monica and Bo to stop it, but they're getting caught up in it. And that's why there's clips of them going, I don't know who I am or whatever.
If it's based on her memories, what's to say? What's his name? Robert California doesn't show up.
Age of Ultron?
Yeah.
Well, Quicksilver's supposed to be in this episode or the next episode,
What's
I
to
guess?
say? Who's the voice actor for Ultron again?
When does that come-
James
when does that
Spader.
episode
James
come out?
Spader. What's to say?
Friday, every Friday.
What did it say? James Spader doesn't just show up playing Ultron.
I would lose my fucking shit.
That's
I,
sick
I
fuck,
love,
right?
I love James Spader.
Well, I also love that's not my favorite Avengers movie because that's my favorite depiction of Ultron.
People hated him. Who was
I
it?
don't give a fuck. I think
That
he's so
hypocrite was fun.
charismatic. It's so
I
fun.
don't know who it was that was talking. Was it you?
Yeah,
Donnie
it's
that told me
fucking
Age of Ultron
six on
sucks?
Ultron.
I hate Age of Ultron.
You have to watch
What? I
it.
love
Watch
it.
that shit now. You'll appreciate it more. I
Dude,
guarantee
you told me
it.
that 1,000 times. I already love it. That's already my favorite.
But I'm just saying, you'll like it even more. So we get the Sword helicopter. We know Sword's watching the first episode, basically. So she's doing this. She's doing all this. So at the very end is the first time ever that when they walk outside, it doesn't look like the 50s or 60s. It looks like a normal outside, like streets. Then the dude,
Whoa, did you also notice the house changed?
yeah,
Before they
it
even
looks
go
like she took
outside.
over a fucking section of a city and is making it her own. And then like the dude, the Bumblebee guy, which
Yeah.
people are trying to tie together hexagons and all kinds of shit, like a bee or whatever. First thought to me is Swarm. I'm like, oh, that's Swarm.
That's why I thought it.
If you look up Swarm, he was a Nazi. I don't know what he would do. The only thing I could think of is Thunderbolts. They're sending in villains to try to get in there, maybe to work for them to go catch her or whatever. Why would they send Swarm? I don't know. But I don't know why they send a bee guy. But what I did notice, or what I thought
No,
about,
there's what?
coming from underneath makes sense because if she's got a bubble around it, you would have to go underneath to come in. So clearly that guy wasn't wanted. Clearly it's going to disturb her shit. She did House of M and she literally went. Like my cousin was like, that
Yeah.
was House of M, which is no. And it goes, goes back. So clearly she's got that fucked up power. And
where she's knowledgeable enough to break out of her own world there.
and the jacket on the back says Sword. That's the one thing that throws me off a little bit.
How strong is Scarlet Witch?
She changed all reality.
Does that make her stronger than Captain Marvel?
Yes.
Yeah, she's like
Powerful
the
wise?
So
strongest.
what kind?
As far as what she can do,
I'm not
She alters reality.
I know what she does. I'm just posing these devil's advocate style questions, right? Just posing. Then what's the limit on that, right? You think
Well,
they'll
that's
make her
the-
as powerful as she is in
that-
the comics?
that's
You think
the
she'll be able to alter all of reality?
That's the thing.
How do you deal with
I think
that?
that's the thing that they didn't want to do that, and people were getting mad saying she's not getting used to her potential. And I'm thinking they're gonna not let her go all out.
Yeah.
Like they're not gonna let her because they'll ruin too much. Now they're ready to ruin things. That's what I believe. I believe developers are
You think
ready.
she's gonna want to be the one that fucks up
Dude.
the whole multiverse?
It was called
I
first
know, I
Doctor
know.
Strange and Wanda in the multiverse at first. Then they changed it to Doctor Strange. So what I think is going to happen is she's going to realize Vision is still dead. She created this illusion of him being alive. The babies are not going to be hers. They're going to be illusions. But she does bring them to life eventually to become Speed and Wicked in the comic. But they are grown already by then. I think it's going to collapse all around her. She can't handle it. She's going to have a nervous breakdown. Fucks up everything. How's this going to work with Cap and Bucky and Loki? I have no idea.
But pretty much all be afterwards then.
But
I think Loki will be separate. I think it'll stay separate.
If it ties into the future of the X-Men, they said, the future of Spider-Man, we're going to have the multiverses opening up. I think Doctor Strange already says Spider-Mans are in it.
I know.
So Doctor Strange, I think, is going to try to fix all this.
Okay.
Because remember, like, I'm not getting mad at you. I'm just trying to get my.
I know.
But Doctor Strange.
Talk to the camera, because you'd be talking.
Doctor Strange, when he talked to Loki or Thor about Loki, like, we keep an eye on, like, whatever, like, you know, special people or whatever. So I think Doctor Strange in the multiverse is literally going to be a movie with him, with Mephisto, Nightmare, because Nightmare I think is already cast in it, getting out of their dimensions, and I think it's going to be him literally like fucking trying to sew up all the dimensions, and it's not going to work. And this is how we're going to get X-Men.
Yeah.
This is how we're going to get Fantastic Four possibly.
I still don't like that. Yeah.
Why?
I'm just like, you argued about the X-Men before, right?
But how do you think X-Men would work?
I just don't think it will.
Just don't do them?
I think that no, because there's no way they just don't do them, right?
Look at that.
Yeah, battery's low.
Battery does not last that long. How long have we been recording?
I don't know.
Basically,
It's cool. We're about to wrap it up anyways.
I believe that Marvel, the most likely thing that'll bring this whole MCU down is when they try to integrate the X-Men into the whole thing. Because I think that the X-Men are one of the longest lived set of characters in the Marvel universe and are so tied with the base core history of how that
the
universe...
problem is the X-Men need a history.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So they're gonna fucking shoehorn some stupid way to come up with a history or rewrite the entirety of the X-Men's history, which, like I said, is super important to the existence of the X-Men.
Maybe they'll figure out a way to do it, like Age of Ultron and all that.
You can't have built up, like, the mutants' conflict with humanity in one day, right? There has to be some deep-seated hatred. It can't just be like, oh, mutants exist. Oh, all of humanity hates them. Like that
See,
devoids and devalues the price of the
and I don't want it to where like mutants get created like Inhumans, but then it's like Wolverine takes away all his storyline because he needs to have 100 years of history or whatever.
And Magneto needs to
be in the Holocaust. And all that.
And like I said,
but that's the one thing.
There are ways to get around
if
that.
they go from another dimension where they've already gone through that. I was about to say
that's.
But then
you're talking about the
multiverse.
multiverse.
Unless you literally combine those two
like
universes
Secret
together,
Wars, you remember,
which is still a very stupid idea because you have to tie in. You basically void a whole set of like 10, 15 years of movie making when you tie these two universes together because then you alter their history. And then basically
you could get movies though based back a long time ago. Captain Marvel did that.
Can you?
Captain Marvel did that.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when the second you say if you wanted to combine universes, right? The second you combine those universes and you mold their history, it devoids a bunch of the other things. It may not like directly devoid them or decanonize them, but it just creates this whole complex issue of where were they? You know, and that's like that.
But if they're in another multiverse,
that's what I'm saying. But when you combine those multiverses,
no, because that's what they're going to be doing essentially. Because the X-Men will be the incoming part with Avengers, correct? Is that their ultimate end goal? Do you think, or is X-Men going to be their own little thing?
They'll be their own separate thing, but
But they're going to be in the same reality.
There's a call for them to be in the same reality, and what I'm saying is, if you just bring them in from a different reality, there's no history of prejudice to be built there. And then you devoid a bunch of their history. And if you combine the universes, you devoid a bunch of Marvel's history because you have to then combine the histories of these to set up that bigotry.
That's why you have her doing the multiverse. She's literally going to
But I'm saying that's a stupid cop out.
But you don't think it's
no, that is the only way they can do it. There's not.
I know. I'm not saying. I'm not. My
opinion
really
not
would be
cop out. That's the only option.
It's not the only. What I'm saying is you can just either build a distinct universe, you could straight up reset the entire. It's not the only option. It's just the convenient option to do currently. I'm saying that if they rush it or don't think about it enough, they're gonna fuck it up.
but that's
fans calling for this to happen so quickly.
That's why this whole phase has nothing to do with X-Men.
That's what I'm saying.
And Kevin Feige said, "You'll get X-Men, but we're working on it to because I'm pretty sure Feige hasn't really fucked up that much. I don't want to suck his dick too hard, but." He's been doing pretty good. So I think X-Men are going to get set up pretty well, but I am worried. I am worried that it's hard. X-Men are hard. If you told me figure a way to bring them in without being generic, it's hard.
That's what I'm saying.
Fantastic Four is a little bit easier because of the quantum.
Yes, and they're travelers. They're also they're not a huge history.
Yes.
They're not tied into the actual history of reality, right?
Well, and there's only 4 of them too.
Yeah.
And Doctor Doom, of course, but I'm just saying with X-Men, it's a whole fucking race.
And it's a set of the most important influential characters in all of comic book history.
And it's you can't fuck them up. And they already asked Feige, do you know who's going to play Wolverine yet? He said there's not been a thought in his mind
What's the idea that they all fucked off to Krakoa for 100 years or so? That they existed.
But see, that would ruin so many things because Wolverine never went to World War I. Magneto never went to the
post World War II.
But then Magneto still did the Holocaust and all that.
Yeah. Post World War II. And the Holocaust was either
Captain Brinn's been mentioned as well too.
You know how Hydra was with the Nazis, right? They weren't the same thing, right? There could have been another branch.
I'd say Captain Brinn's been mentioned too, so there might be some rumor of something and Namor.
Or that England was here, all you mutants from around Europe, you French mutants, Nightcrawlers, they all travel to Krakoa, and Krakoa could be a land out of time.
Well, I thought about that with maybe Utopia, because Utopia was that too, you know, where maybe they all appear there when they go through this fucking thing. But again, it's just hard because they have a bunch of them have to have history. And if you don't give them history, I don't know how it's gonna work.
What you do is you have them find a god that can go. What's your wish? I want all the mutants to go away on their own world and everyone forget mutants exist. Boom. That's cop out.
Because I think that there's.
Is that the new Wonder Woman that you're talking about?
You wouldn't do that because that's the Inhumans. That's what the Inhumans did.
I think they tried with Inhumans. I think we're never.
They need to do it again.
We're getting Eternals. I think that's gonna be their answer to Inhumans. We'll see, because I do love Inhumans more than Eternals. But
me too.
But I guess to wrap it up, who's Bumblebee guy? Do you guys think it's just a regular worker, or do you think they're sending in bees in there?
As much as I would like it to be a character, I don't think it's Swarm, because Swarm is a dude made of bees.
Yeah.
So it really
it's pretty funny. I was watching videos about it.
Swarm.
But why would Swarm even want to be part of it or whatever?
I think it's just something she.
They're talking about how Swarm all the bees, it's like a hive mind that transfers into the bees. And it makes muscles and it makes biceps.
It's Ants from Rick and Morty. Remember the
guy that's made
1,000 ants?
Who's
like that 1,000 ant dick?
Who's the guy that comes out of the the manhole?
Bee guy.
Oh, I'm just trying to think.
I don't know. Maybe
it's a metaphor for everyone being hive mind.
Here's my idea. Maybe it's some guy that's in a hazmat suit that her twisted reality changes what she perceives him as.
Whatever it is Scarlet knew.
Yeah, because she immediately just said no.
She froze up, and like I said, at that moment it was in real reality, in real time. And
she's done that.
They're on a real street
a few times.
And if you watch the trailers, when she's like, "We need to fight this. They're coming for us," or whatever, and she flies in a regular city or a regular town in her sweatshirts and shit. It looks like that.
That's the end where once she gets out of the bubble, Vision's not there. She realizes that he's dead. Do you imagine that being the ending?
I don't think Vision's dead.
I think Vision's dead. I think she is created.
She brought him back to life.
I think she could have though. That's true.
She could rewind time and bring him back, can't she?
But she rewinds time to bring him back. I hate we're about to go away. She could rewind time to bring him back. That means Thanos would never have got that stone though.
Or she just.
Dude that plays.
Then we open up a whole other fucking paradox.
Wait,
when he went, the show changes how the show.
When he went back
they
for the stone,
they
put them all in the same exact spots that they stole them, right? So nothing broke in time.
No,
let's hope
you can't, because when they took.
Oh God!
Because if that's the case, then technically Vision may still have the stone. And may not have died, right? Because I'm pretty sure we brought this up before.
And Cap's gonna see Red Skull again.
Or she just makes a new power source for him.
No,
there is a clip in the trailer where she's staring at like blue and it busts and it turns into the gym yellow and it's shining on her face and she looks worn. I don't know.
I have a theory that
Fuck, this show's got me excited right now.
She and Quicksilver's base were tied to the Mind Stone.
Thank God this guy's looking up stuff on it.
That's how they were used to. They used the Mind Stone to sort of activate their powers, right? So she's directly tied to the stones, and if she is reality altering powers with the station.
Is that the Mind Stone? That's the Soul Stone, I thought.
No, it's the Mind Stone. The one in Loki's staff.
Right.
Yeah. The Soul Stone is the one they get from.
Soul Stone is in Adam Warlock's head, I believe, in the comics. That's why I'm getting confused.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
No, Adam Warlock's in it, and then it becomes inside of his head.
Whatever.
Because he gets trapped in it, because Thanos traps him in it.
But it's the green one he has on his head.
Yeah, but it's yellow in this one. I can't remember.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
I can't remember where they get it from. Maybe they do get it from the staff.
I don't think there's no staff.
No, how does Ultron get it?
Oh, how does Ultron get it?
Yeah,
they still
Ultron's the one that puts it in his head, right? Because he builds the body around the fucking...
Oh, we're talking about Age of Ultron?
I'm talking about... How did they get the Soul Gem again?
Who?
The Tesseract's the space
They
gem.
have...
The Aether's the power gem.
They have the...
Or the reality gem.
They have the staff.
So the staff is... then what's the mind gem?
In the cube?
No, that's the space gem. The Tesseract is the space gem. The Aether's the reality gem. The purple gem's the power gem. The green gem is in the Eye of Agamotto. That's the time gem. Then there's the Soul Gem is the one that they have to sacrifice. So no, Vision has the Mind Stone in his head.
Yeah, I think we got that.
Okay.
I think you said that in the beginning.
Okay. Maybe I fucked myself up. But... Alright,
no one else has any ideas on the guy coming out from underneath?
Nope.
Could she make the stones?
That's what I'm saying. She could make a stone.
I think she could do anything she
and
fucking
there is
wants.
a seventh stone.
Because if she can...
The Ego Gem.
The Ego Gem.
We're dealing with the most powerful time warping.
Well, we got and just real quick, it's just an in-game. I think that was a teaser of her going like, "You took everything from me," and she's like wrecking Thanos, and he's like, "Motherfucker, shoot the cannons!" Like when she's about to like beat his ass.
And then our hero Captain Marvel comes in and saves us all.
She does some work.
Yeah,
hey, Peter Parker. I love that movie. Sorry, screw you. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. That was it. Hopefully,
you hated that movie when it came out.
WandaVision. No, there's just a lot of things. I could get into it later.
We watched it together. You don't have to get into it later.
No, but for videos in the future, so people don't think I straight fucking hate the movie. It's a good movie, but there's just too many loopholes. In game. Too many loopholes. For another time, for another discussion. Like, subscribe, click notifications.
Hit the bell icon.
Share.
Yeah.
This will be on iTunes as well, Spotify,
honestly,
everything.
Even if you don't want to like it, and you can dislike it, because as long as you dislike it, it increases our
algorithm.
It increases the whatchamacallit, the interaction with the thing.
I wish I had 4 hands to give that 4 thumbs down. Thank you guys for watching. If you watched, if not,
we're signing out.
Signing out.